Milo in Drawers is actually one of the most significant sculptures from Salvador Dali, and essentially what we were trying to put together with this exhibit was both the old and the new. And this, obviously, the Venus de Milo is one of the classic sculptures of all time. And what Salvador Dali did in 1964 is he updated the Venus de Milo. And much like the club, it's just an updating on something which we're very familiar with and very and is evocative of our history. And so this is one of only 12 pieces in the world. I've only had 2 in a 14-year career. The last one in 2007, and then this one, which was located very serendipitously and very graciously brought in for the show from Puerto Rico. So we're really honored to have it on hand.
I'm a sculptor that made these whimsical little critters. Can I use critters? Can I start over?
Critters is excellent. Well, tell us about this one. This one's fun.
This is one of the first pieces I built. This is Mercury. When I find something that inspires me, for example, this is the driving speaker. It had a kind of a heart shape, and I really like the design of that. I start doodling with how I would like it to look as a full sculpture, and then I start kind of building a character design. Start trying to figure out what it is inside of there, you know, and that's how I can position the piece to really make it look like I want it to do, to kind of bring out the heart of it, or the life that's inside all these pieces that are really just bike headlights and fan pieces and driving speakers. The heads can move a little bit to get the expression that you want. The ears, I call them ears. On top you can play around with them depending on if it's like happy or sad. I think of them as kind of a little mischievous. They're kind of horns to me. And then the hands, you can kind of move them around. I made them out of clay and then casted them in rubber with copper inside so they can move around a little bit.
And where do you find your these materials that you work with? We talked about just earlier about upcycling, so you're taking old pieces and creating new art for them.
Right.
So where do you look, and what's your kind of inspiration behind the pieces?
I started off working in New York, and I was going to flea markets on the weekends and finding pieces there. And then as it's limiting to only what's available there at those markets. So when I started kind of like changing my thought process around, and instead of looking for like a light, I'm actually looking for an arm. Then I started being more specific, and I would get on the internet and start looking through places like eBay, or start looking at people who sell collectible bike antiques. Maybe sometimes flea markets for the car parts for some of the Indy cars. And it just kind of goes from there. I also have photographs now, and I can go into an antique store and show them to the owner and say, you know, I build these kind of pieces, and I'm looking for parts that are like in this vein. Do you have anything that I can work with?
Great.
life.